With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Welcome back, Trackside. Once again, race fans, here for the Turn 3 Racing Network. Tonight, the Performance Motorsports Truck Series fires things off for the final time right here with the Bluegrass 225 over 200 miles of green flag action to see who will walk away with the Season 8 championship. Who's going to claim the crown here tonight in America's heartland, the Bluegrass State hosting tonight's season finale. Before we had trackside qualifying already underway, how you doing? How you feeling? Out there in TV land, race fans, glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, David the Cave bringing you all the calls from trackside. Speaking of trackside, qualifying about halfway over, we're going to get rid of the track information. Nice cool breeze here tonight, 75 degrees in the stands. Fans may need a little light jacket by the time we're done with tonight's championship race. Let's take a look at those qualifying times. We'll drop them down over there to the left-hand side of your screen. Todd Craig, quick time here in qualifying. Craig gonna put that fast Chevy Silverado at the front of the field. A 30:27 is the quick time here in qualifying for Craig with just a minute and a half remaining. Who's going to take the final Airs Eye Racing Paints Pole Award? We're going to find out in less than 60 seconds. Over 17 drivers in the field tonight. 8 trucks fighting to be the final man standing. Who's going to get it done? We'll find out shortly. You'll notice a little new look here tonight for the championship race. All of your championship contenders highlighted in that lime green, a beautiful lime green. If you got some of the shirts, or if you look back at the Facebook page, you'll find those beautiful lime green Turn 3 shirts as well. An homage to that as we've gotten over that 3,000 subscriber mark. Still pushing forward to the 4,000. We're going to get there with the help of all of you. Do appreciate you all for joining us here tonight. So, with the final driver out on track, Larry Poling looks like he's going to stay in the pits, and that's going to do it. Todd Cray will walk away with tonight's Ayers Eye Racing Paints Pole Award, and we're going to step away for a quick commercial break, track side for your national anthem, and we will go Green Flag Championship Racing. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular their bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And back trackside after the flyover, drivers making their way through final pre-race inspection for the final time here in season number 8 with the Performance Motorsports Truck Series, the final race of the season. 8 drivers chasing after a championship. You'll see them all highlighted in lime green on the left-hand side of your screen with the timing and scoring here in just a few moments. But while we've got a minute before we get trackside, what do you say we look at some of those championship standings coming into tonight's race? There you can see those 8 drivers all knotted up, 3,000 points apiece, but there's battles behind them. Battles for the best of the rest. You can see in Hunter Colliard, Bailey Dutton right there running with each other. McMillan Sr., Jarrett Lipster, a lot on the line all throughout this field. It's not just about your championship drivers. There's positions to be gained and points to be had here tonight with the Bluegrass 225. So what do you say we get that out of the way and we bring ourselves closer to the action? Let's take a look from pit road as the final few drivers make their way to the starting grid. You know, we've talked about it for a long time. Very long season here with Swift Motorsports. And it all comes to a head here tonight. So who you got? Who's getting it done? Will we see a non-championship driver walk away with the checkered flag here tonight? Spoil the show. Do we got any tankers? Who you think's going to get it done? We'll see as they all follow our pole sitter off of pit lane, and it looks like we are receiving word drivers just about ready to roll and get this thing started and kicked off. A little bit of moment. Looks like there's some debris in turns 3 and 4. Safety crew picking that up, assuring the track is clean and the word to go has come down. So as you hear the music in the background, you know the familiar sounds, you know it's time to run down tonight's starting lineup for the Bluegrass 225. Inside row number 1, your Airs High Racing Paints Pole Award winner behind the wheel of the fast Chevy the Rich GPC powered by Nitro, number 21 of Todd Gray will bring us to the green flag. Dalton Fredericks, fast as always, up at the front. The Hutch Sports Racing driver will look to capture a championship here tonight. Mike Rominger, Jared Lipscher back in row 2, row number 3 here tonight. From Kentucky Motor Speedway, Justin Gann and Darren Clement, another set of championship contenders with Willie Nelson. Inside row number 4, Nick Hunt just to his outside. The 14 of Lee Campbell starts from 9th, with Carter Casey rounding out your top 10. Row number 6 tonight, Jerry Cochran, the junior, the 71 of Todd McGregor. Row number 7 here from Kansas tonight, Elsie Daly and Daniel Krim. Gary May, Ben Miller, and Larry Poling round out the 18 truck field here tonight. So as we round our way off of turn 4, music will fade in the background and we will unleash the beast for the first time here tonight as we go green flag racing at Kentucky. Field makes their way through 1 and 2 with a fair amount of ease. A handful of drivers jockeying for position still. Dalton Fredericks working the high lane as Mike Rominger takes a run at it from the bottom. Will cross the line with Todd Gray, your pole sitter, putting a lap lead in his back pocket early here tonight. It's not about points here tonight for the drivers running the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th in line. All championship drivers all hunting the front. Will they have to win to walk away with the championship here tonight? Nose and tail at the front of the field. Todd Gray crosses the line. Lap number 3 going to go on the board. Mike Rominger right there still behind him. 2-3 wide for a moment at back as Clement goes to the top, and the 99 of Lipster hits the bottom. Both chasing after the Reaper. Number 30, Machine of Justin Gann, the fast forward, sits in 4th. Lap number 4 on the board as we cross the line. Let's drop Van Tommy scoring over there to the left-hand side of your screen. Taking a look right here as Dalton Fredericks loses the top 2 for just a moment. That's going to allow Darren Clement and Justin Gann both to close in onto his rear deck lid. We'll see if they can catch in, make a fight at a scrap of it. Clement, a little bit of a move to the inside. Dalton tries to throw a block, the nose of the 32 still makes a hole. He's going to fill it heading into one. A little bit of pushing and shoving early here tonight. Championship on the line. Gloves come off. It's all about getting the job done here tonight. Darren Clement looking for victory lane for the first time here tonight. That very well may be the way he snatches the championship. Moments ago, Todd Cray gets a little loose in the corner, loses a handful of positions. He'll fall back to third with new race leader at the front. The 9 ChevyAccessories.com Silverado of Mike Romiger, your new race leader. Here comes Darren Clement. We talked about him just a second ago. He's going to dive it deep into the corner. Deep into the corner and out of turn number 4, coming to the start finish line. He'll grab the spot away. New race leader at the 9. Back through 1 and 2, the field goes, stacked up side by side. That's going to be the 71 of Todd McGregor and LC Daly going at it 4 positions. Two, 3 wide back through the field. Dalton Fredericks falling backwards for the time being. The number 20 All-Star 15 TV Ford F-150 has fallen through the field just a little bit back to the 6th position from starting outside pole position into the outside wall. Into the outside wall goes Fredericks. That's not going to help his problems up there on the high side. Fredericks going to have to try to find a way to get to the bottom of the track. Losing a bit of ground now as the 00 John Deere of Nick Hunt closes in. He's going to bring Elsie Daly right along with him. Daniel Grimm, Carter Casey, championship contenders, championship competitors. Off of turn number 2, down the backstretch and into turn number 3. Mired back in traffic outside of your top 10. These guys are going to have to find a way around it. They're going to have to make some moves here very soon. So we'll jump around the field just a little bit more here tonight as we continue green flag racing 10 laps into tonight's Bluegrass 225. Brought to you by Ayers Eye Racing Paint as well as Bunt Kicker Beef Jerky Unlimited, Mountain Mafia Kennels, and Dale Earnhardt Chevrolet. 25 of Willie Nelson catfishing on the bottom of the racetrack as Dalton Fredericks continues to lose ground. Everybody migrates to the bottom. Will he have enough room to slide in? Though the 00 of Nick Hunt going to keep that John Deere machine wound up. Here comes 3 wide with McGregor to the bottom. 3 wide, little bit of contact. Hunt able to keep it heading to the front. What a big moment. Through 3 and 4 that time. Whoa, McGregor! McGregor with problems. McGregor issues on the bottom of the racetrack. He's going to lose a ton of ground in a ton of time now. Big issues for that Mountain Dew machine, the Chevy Silverado, with a little bit of right front damage. You can see just a little bit of the tire there. Oh, and we've got some problems. Looks like wanting to talk about it on pit road. Gary May, Todd McGregor. Gonna get caught up and involved in this one. Caution flag will fly for the first time as we head back to the front with your race leader, Darren Clement. Get across the line still with the race lead in hand. Early strategy. What do you do? only a handful of set of tires, right? You don't have a ton of tires on pit road. I believe it's going to be 4 sets of tires is what these drivers have. Do you come and get them now? Do you try to extend this first run? What do you do? I'm calling my driver to pit road. I want 4 fresh tires. I want full fuel. We'll see if the rest of the crew chiefs agree. There's no way I'm going to get this totally right. There's no way, everybody. See, look. See, this goes back to what I like to tell people. You know, sometimes, it just pays to listen to Dave. I mean, that's all you got to do. Just listen every now and again. Not always. I mean, mostly, but never mind. We're going to break for a brief commercial break, pay some of the sponsors' bills. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back from Kentucky Speedway. And as promised, back live trackside for tonight's championship race. It's the season finale for the Performance Motorsports Truck Series, brought to you by Swift. Early caution here tonight, lap number 13. We're going to see the caution flag fly for the first time. Field going to reset and get ready to restart tonight's race as the one finger wave handed down from the boss man in the flag stand. We're ready to go back. Green flag racing this time around. Front of the field remains the same. Darren Clement, Mike Brominger. Row number 1 with Jarrett Limpsterer making an appearance inside of your top 4. Justin Gann right there. Fredrickson Nelson back in row number 3. Row 4 for this restart. Elsie Daly and Nick Hunt. Carter Casey and Jerry Cochran Jr. round out your top 10. We're going to get set to restart this thing. Still a long way to go, but a lot of damage in the camp for that 5 crew as well as the 71. So both of those drivers have got a long, extensive stay they will go multiple laps down here early tonight from Kentucky Speedway. For the final time, Norwood behind the pace car with us here tonight. He's going to dunk off down pit lane. We're going to set this thing off once again, and away we go. Green flag flies once again here from Kentucky. Clement off to a good jump, side-by-side action, second, third, fourth, fifth on the racetrack. We're going to have a bundle right here. Battling for those front top spots, clean air is king here at Kentucky Speedway. Bottom of the racetrack goes Justin Gant, looking to put that Reaper at number 30 into a top spot. He's going to miss out on that second position, as now Lipster going to take a look to the inside. Advantage to Lipster through 1 and 2. Gant going to keep it wound up on the high side, keep the position for the time being. Lipster unable to get the forward bite out of the corner, and he'll fall to 4th. Dalton Frederick's going to take a look, a peek to the inside, show the nose to the 99, and he goes up the racetrack. The All-Star 15, number 20, digging on the bottom, looking for a few positions. Todd Crate right here trying to recover after starting from the front of the field here tonight. Your Ayers Eye Racing Paints Bowl Award winner, Todd Crate, sits in 5th. Two, three wide racing for a moment. Frederick's going to fall back as Willie Nelson takes a look to the inside. Here comes the double O of Nick Hunt working the bottom of the racetrack. He's looking for position as we cross the line. We'll drop that timing and scoring back to the left-hand side of your screen. Let you find and follow along with your favorite driver here tonight. All of your championship drivers highlighted in that turn 3 lime green front of the field, dominated by championship competitors. You can see right there 5 out of your top 7, 6 out of your top 9. Well, let's just call it 6 out of your top 10. Cream rising to the top, trying to get the job done as the sun sets in America's heartland. We're going to finish things off here tonight under the lights, battling for positions. Here comes Todd Crate for the race lead, and once again at the front of the field, the Rich Team, PC powered by Nitro, number 21 of Crate, grabs the top spot and looks for just win number 2 this season. Todd Crate falling short of the championship contention, eliminated early in the playoffs, but here he is with a bone to pick, something to prove. Your previous champion, multiple season champion behind the wheel with these trucks. Todd Crate showing some of the young guns and some of the vets that he can still get the job done. Front of the field starting to walk away. Biggest advantage of the night for that number 21, 4/10 of a second now, looking right at a half a second. Todd Crate looks to stretch his legs at the front of the field. We're going to jump around just a little bit. What do you say we take a look back through the pack? The battle between Jarrett Lipster, Willie Nelson, and Dalton Fredericks begins to heat up. Nelson, one of those drivers, I don't want to call him, I don't want to call him a Cinderella story, right? Just a driver that methodically hung around for the majority of the season, right? He just very good, consistent finishes, coming on strong at the end of the regular season. 2 race wins at the end of the year. Peaking performance right with the playoff schedule. Our silent favorite in the field. I don't know how you feel about it, but that's how I feel about it. Willie Nelson one of the guys we're going to have to watch for by the end of tonight. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Meanwhile, out front, stepping away from the field, putting it on him right now, Todd Cray. About gone. 1.6 second advantage for Cray as Justin Gann and Mike Lominger continue the battle for second. We're going to take a look right here. Here comes Darren Clement up into the mix. 2, 3, 4 on the racetrack. Limster sits in fifth. For the All-Star 15, number 20, fast forward at 150 of Dalton Fredericks back in sixth. Gary May able to get the car, or truck I should say, back out onto the racetrack. Minimize the loss here. May, since just one lap down as things get a little dicey for a moment there. Limster all over the tail end of the Reaper 32 machine piloted by Darren Clement, who's had quite an eventful season as well. Top 10 in half of the starts, 4 top 5s, 0 race wins. Just another way to prove the point, right? That it's not always about winning. Sometimes you just gotta stick around, give yourself that shot, give yourself that opportunity, and here it is. Final race to decide who walks away, crowned the king. Here in season number 8 with the Performance MotorSports Truck Series. Darren Clement inside of your top 5. Battle's a little further back through the field. Let's take a look right here. We'll visit this battle again as Willie Nelson puts that 25 machine to the bottom of the racetrack, looking for positions. Let's go on board with a handful of our drivers here tonight now. With our Chevy onboard camera, Willie Nelson sits in 7th, bottom of the racetrack with Dalton Fredericks just to his high side. You can see the side-by-side battle just out in front of Nelson. Clement and Limster gonna have a little bit of a conversation here. Big move as we go 3 wide into turn number 3. 3 wide into 3, and looks like Clement may have had some contact. Clement with a little bit of contact. He's going to lose that 4th position, fall all the way back to the 10th spot here. Clement going to be a little hot under the helmet. Going to have to get the elbows up. Keep that head down and just drive back to the front. Meanwhile, checking out. He gone. Gone. These drivers are going to need a caution to run him back down. Todd Cray, familiar man at the front of the field. He's been here many, many times and been at the front. But it's time for the championship trophy. Unfortunately, missing out on this season's trophy, but showing you why he's one of the perennial contenders here in the Performance Motorsports Truck Series. Todd Cray out to a 4-second advantage. So with the sizable race lead, we're going to jump back in the field once again. Let's go back here with some. There you can see Jared Limster and Willie Nelson going at it. Closing in on the back end of Carter Casey is the 00 of Nick Hunt, LC Daly. Just behind him, sporting that famous Reese's a ramp on the F-150. Take a look back a little further in the pack here. Let's watch as Darren Clement tries to recover from a little bit of I don't want to say a body slam, maybe a little bit of a door check. Rattled his cage just a little bit. Will he be able to overcome Clement to the bottom of the racetrack with the 82 heading to the top and the 32 to pit road. pit road goes Darren Clement. Just about, and only about 22 laps since he's been on pit road. Gotta wonder if the contact and the damage has been too much. Contact with the outside wall for Daly. Contact with the outside wall for Krim. Daniel Krim, one of your championship competitors, struggling a little bit here tonight. 47 contact with the outside wall just moments ago. The All-Star 15 TV 47 machine. He's got to find something, right? He's strategy. Something. He's not going to be able to just continue staying back here, mired in traffic, deep in the field. He's going to have to do something. So that's going to bring us a little further in the field. Let's take a look once again up here. Tight little battle, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th on the racetrack. Willie Nelson, Jared Lipster, Dalton Fredericks right here, that 20 machine. Carter Casey switching things up. Pure white. And then number 2. A long green flag run here as drivers make their way off of the exit of turn number 4. Everybody continues to chase. Race leader Todd Crane right there, going to slide right on by. Field stretched out just a little bit after this long green flag run. The single file racing here, everybody looks content to just stay in line and try to get a green flag pit cycle underneath their belt. We'll work our way back off of 4 as Cray crosses the line. Lap number 39, gonna go on the board. Gary May to the top of the racetrack. He's gonna get the bottom. 2-year race leaders and will continue the green flag of racing action here tonight in the Bluegrass 225. It's championship night here with the Performance Motorsports Truck Series, brought to you by Ayers Eye Racing Paints, Butt Kicker, and Swift Motorsports. Tight little battle here. Fredericks gonna run Lipscher close. Right on. The rear tank lid heading down into turn number 1. He's going to put the nose to the outside, look to keep the momentum going. On the top side, Limster, a little bit of side draft, catching up back to the inside. He'll nose forward through the center of the track. Oh, close right there. Fredericks going to crowd Lipster a little bit, who's going to have to jump out of the gas and give the position move. Fredericks up to 5th. And we've got a handful of drivers that have headed down pit lane. Darren Clement to pit road back on lap 34. Carter Casey, Daniel Krim, lap 37. Lap 38, so green flag pit stops underway here tonight from Kentucky Speedway. You continue to watch green flag action right here from Kentucky Speedway. So we're looking at a big difference on the tire strategy right now, okay? We're like Darren Clement, pit road, lap number 34. We're working lap 42. That is almost a 10-lap difference because it doesn't look like Todd Cray is showing any signs of even remotely looking at pit road. Gan Rominger, not a wink to pit road. Willie Nelson going to close right in on the back end of that number 9. ChevyAccessories.com, piloted by Rominger, who's had a pretty quiet season as well. Rominger, one of those drivers that has just stuck around with some fantastic finishes. 7 top 10s so far this season. 3 top 5s, no race wins, but he may very well have to pick that up here tonight. Todd Cray get up in from the race lead. Give over the top spot to Justin Gann, who stays out. Nick Hunt, the double O John Deere machine, also down pit lane. So here it is, mass exodus from the track. Nelson trying to make up some ground, heading to pit road. Bold move on the brakes. Oh, that's close. Ooh, things getting close. Coming to pit road. Who would have thought that we would have seen? You know, you come to a race to watch racing action on the track, but who would have thought we would have seen racing action getting onto pit road, right? You could see Todd Gray able to keep himself on the lead lap. That's going to be very crucial, very big here through the course of this green flag pit cycle as Fredericks get a bail. To pit lane, Jerry Cochran Jr. going to keep his bearded number 82 out there on the racetrack. Just one of few drivers yet to hit pit lane. The 82, the 14, only 2 drivers remaining. Out on the racetrack, Lee Campbell, the 14, working his way around the track, sits in second for the time being. Todd Gray able to leap from Darren Clement, who's shot up through this running order. So the brief race lead to Jerry Cochran Jr. goes away. Lee Campbell looks for pit road as well. That's going to hand the field back over to the man behind the wheel of that rich TPC powered by Nitro 21 fast Chevy Silverado, sporting the bow tie and looking classy. While at the front of the field, Todd Gray well, I'm gonna say it. He's gonna spoil the show here tonight, right? He's gonna try to steal one of these championship drivers' thunder. I mean, I would. I'm not gonna lie. If I had been eliminated in the season championship a bit early, you know, I'd have a point to prove. And I'd prove it here tonight. I'd force him to fight for second, trying to see who walks away with the crown. That's just me, you know, so take it for what it is. I don't know what you're going to do with it, but there you go. Just around the corner from a third of the way through tonight's Performance Motorsports Truck Series Championship, it's the Bluegrass 225 live here from Kentucky Speedway. Thanks for joining us. If you've just tuned in, you've just missed one round of green flag pit stops. Todd Gray back out front had a 4-second advantage. Short pit style for Darren Clement has indeed worked out. But will it pay off? On the long run, will the place differential be enough to force other crew chiefs into modifying their strategies moving forward? Tight little look here as Darren Clement closes right in on the back of Todd Gray. Gray may have a little bit of an issue. Gray may have an issue as it looks like Clement easily goes to the front of the field. Gray get it, grab the gear, get back underway. You see the Larry Polo in the U.S. Army number 69 machine right here behind him. First driver, one lap down, listed in the 14th position here tonight. We've got some more battles on the track. Let's go right here, side by side, as Daniel Krim and Mike Romniger go at it for position. A little bit of a different story for the ChevyAccessories.com number 9 was battling for second and third at one point in time, but now battling just to try to make his way the back inside of your top 5. A little bit of a rough go here for Rominger. Willie Nelson, a little bit of the same story here. These swan song drivers. There you go. I can say it, I promise. We practiced it, and we still fumbled. Magic Band moment. Now you see him, now you don't. Willie Nelson back on track. Two drivers with a lot on the line. They're going to try to see what they can shake out here tonight. Justin Gann going to look to the inside of the Reese's Cup, number 6 of Daly. Gann to pit road back on lap number 44. One of your final few drivers to make his way to pit road, so a little bit fresher tires. On that number 30, we're going to take a look at the timing scoring the last time around. Todd Gray, 32-21. Justin Gann, 31-31. Race leader Darren Clement, a 31-89. Nelson and Casey going at it for a position now inside of your top 5, running 4th and 5th on the Speedway. Let's take a look right here as Justin Gann has run down Todd Gray for 2nd. Darren Clement going to be the next on the drivers list as Gann makes short work of Gray. Here comes Nelson. Good run so far here tonight for the man behind the wheel of this Reaper number 30. Let's take a look on board. Over the left front tire, you can see him right there, hugging that yellow line, trying to make up some ground, shortest way around the track. It looks like he's got a lot more speed right now. 10 lap fresher tires, and it is definitely a disadvantage for Darren Clement at the front of the field. Willie Nelson also 10 lap fresher tires, both the drivers to pit road, back on lap. Both drivers to pit road back on lap number 22. Back on lap number 44. We apologize. Lap 44. We'll see how long Darren Clement's going to be able to keep these drivers at bay. I mean, 10 lap older tires, that's a pretty big deficit. And I don't know if he's just, I don't know if there's something wrong when that 21 fell deep in the field here, deep in the running order. Gray all the way back into 7th. Now there's got to be problems with the Rich DPC powered by Nitro 21 machine. Gray absolutely dominating early here tonight and now struggling after the pit stop. I wonder if the crew chiefs may have put a little something into the truck that's not agreeing with Gray right here as he continues that backward slide. Top 6 consist of nothing but championship competitors. Daniel Krim, only driver left out of the party. But Krim, 5 positions throughout the course of tonight's race. He is methodically moving forward, but you're running out of time, right? You gotta eventually get there. See how the rest of the night goes, what plays out, what pans out. Meanwhile, front of the field, Justin Gann out front. Willie Nelson right there, sitting in 2nd. Mike Rominger into 3rd, with Darren Clement falling back to 4th. Dalton Fredericks rounds out your top 5. Back down the backstretch and towards turn number 3, we roll. Everybody chasing after race leader Justin Gann. We've got ourselves just a little under 90 laps remaining here tonight in the Bluegrass 225, and you can see those lights already starting to turn on. Fans in the stands begin to put on those light coats, begin to look for a little bit of warmth. We may see some hot chocolate and other beverages out there. We're not going to get into that. We got to worry about what's going on at the racetrack. 3 and 4 once again. Looking to the inside as Nelson, not going to take a good hard look, but just enough to keep Gann honest at the front of the field. Side by side for position, Darren Clement going to give up the 5th spot to Carter Casey, the 32, struggling with the race pace last time around, 32-2, while your race leader, Justin Gann, going to run a 31-68, so a good little bit off the pace is Darren Clement. Just about 8/10 of a second in a lap. That is a ton of ground to be given up. Todd Cray to pit lane. 21 up Todd Cray to pit lane early here. Maybe not liking the tire strategy. Cray to pit road much sooner than what we've seen him under that first round of green flag pit stops. Darren Clement going to stay true to his strategy. He's going to head to pit lane this time around. Lap number 64 on the board. Gann with the race lead down to the 3 and 4. Jarrett Lipster trying to gain some positions here as Daniel Krim has made his way up and into the 7th position. Let's take a look with our Chevy onboard camera. Man behind the wheel of this number 99 Havoline machine, Jarrett Lipster. Out of the championship, but still Hutton. A checkered flag has yet to go to victory lane this season. It's been, I don't want to say, well, we can do it this way. You are in absolute elite company if you've had a chance to get to victory lane this season. Green flag pit stops right around the corner as Daly gonna head to pit road. Last time by, the 6 gonna give up a position to inside of your top 5 to head to pit road. Fastest lap of the race turned in the last time around behind the 21 of Todd Cray. He's gonna make up a ton of ground and be right there on the rear deck lid of Darren Clement. But the battle at the front raging on here as Willie Nelson looks for a way around. Nelson looking for a way around. We'll take a look back off of the tail end of the Reaper. Ayers iRacing paints number 30 of Justin Gann trying to bring a championship home to the Ford camp, just placing the truck right where it needs to be. And oh my gosh, that America's Gunsmith shop. Number 25 of Willie Nelson may have just cut Gann a break that last time around. Very close quarters racing as they work their way off of turn number 4. Going to come back across the stripe once again. Justin Gann remains out front. And looky here, I done found a relic. Our good buddy and friend Clark Janikin checking in out there in the chat. Man, Clark, how you doing, bud? Side-by-side racing action here as Gann and Nelson continue to fight for supremacy on the track. Off of turn number 4, across the line once again we go. Hey, Clark, do us a favor while you're out there. How's everything sounding? Can you hear us well? Can you still hear the trucks? Do you need me to do anything? Let us know out there in the chat. If so, while you're here, while you're at it, while you continue to watch some great racing action right around the corner from the halfway point here tonight in the Bluegrass 225 for Swift Motorsports Championship. A race here tonight under the lights at Kansas Speedway. show these drivers some love and appreciation for the final time. Here in season number 8, right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, your home for Swift Motorsports. Show these guys some love and drop them that thumbs up. Clark, this is why we love you. Thank you, brother. Much, much appreciated. Hope we get to see you back on track soon. Side-by-side racing action here. Smoking them on the bottom of the racetrack. Willie Nelson going to take the top spot away. A little bit of contact with the outside wall off of turn number 2. Justin Gann getting the top spot. Fall back into the clutches of Mike Rominger as, Gann. Ooh, that was close to missing it. He's going to stab the brakes real good right there, and an amazing job getting that machine to pit road. I thought it was all but over for him. We're not going to lie. We're not going to pull any punches. We don't throw no sugar on it. I'm telling you, Gann, amazing job coming to pit lane. Rominger and Frederick's going to move into second to third. Jerry Cochran Jr. back into the 4th position. Rominger to pit lane this time around as Nelson and Fredericks stay out on the track. First handful of laps beating the lead here tonight for the America's Gunsmith Shop. 25 machine of Willie Nelson. You know, gotta ask myself, what happened to Todd Cray? I mean, dominating that first run over a 4-second advantage. We had that quick caution there at lap number 13. Went back green flag racing on lap 16 tonight. And then Todd Cray shot out of a cannon. He was gone over a 4-second advantage. Green flag pit stops. Cray falls through the field. Tries to employ a short pit strategy to gain some of that time back, but has only been able to gain enough to keep tabs on the tail end of that baby blue Reaper 32 piloted by Darren Clement here tonight. Great run so far for Clement. We'll see if he can keep it up there at the front, as it looks like with Jerry Cochran Jr. coming to pit road, Lee Campbell and Ben Miller yet to make their second green flag stops on the night. And this is going to be a battle for the race lead right here. This is the battle for the eventual race lead. Race leader new, race leader at the front of the field. The 14 machine of Lee Campbell going to stretch this thing on out. Lead a handful of laps here, getting some points, all valuable points to a handful of these drivers in the field. Still with some tight points battles outside of your championship contenders. But again, here it is, working their way off of turn number 4 back across the stripe this time around. Darren Clement going to go back to the top of the leader charts with Todd Cray nestled in second, right behind him, as we have just crossed that halfway point with the cross sticks on display 2 laps ago. Let's go ahead and give you your driver highlights and spotlights sitting at the front of the field, pretty behind the wheel of that baby blue Reaper 32 race leader championship contender. Can the Florida native bring forward, or bring the Chevy, I apologize, teammate back in the Ford, can he bring that Chevy to victory lane and bring home the Season 8 championship? Todd Crane right behind him, your Ayers Eye Racing Paint Spoil Award winner here tonight, the Rich DPC powered by Nitro. Pets for Paradise Infinite Hero number 21 machine still looking good. Now that things have cycled themselves out, we'll see and find out how far both of these drivers may fade through the field, but for the time being, Todd Cray sits in second. Justin Gann right here running in the 3rd position, the fastest Ford in the field here tonight. Inside your final podium spot, Gann sits in third. Championship right in front of him. He's got to close in on those top two. Great season so far for the man running in fourth. Willie Nelson looking to cap things off with a season championship along with the majority. The drivers in the front of the field. Nelson with a good run, picking up 3 positions so far here tonight from 7th to 4th. Willie Nelson sits in 4th. The ChevyAccessories.com, number 9 of Mike Rominger. Solid night here tonight for Rominger. Started in the 3rd position, has run inside of the top 5 for the majority of tonight's race. Sitting in 5th, rounding out your top 5, and finishing out your driver highlights and spotlights for the final time here in season number 8 for the Performance Motorsports Truck Series. That's going to do it for your driver highlights and spotlights from Kentucky Speedway as Gary May heads to pit lane. This time around, limping around on the track after early issues here tonight is that 5, unfortunately, for the Mountain Dew man, Todd McGregor, the 71, down and out of tonight's race early here from Kentucky Speedway. He's going to be listed as the only driver out of tonight's race, so just some bad luck for that 71. So the mid-race report, pretty simple. Justin Gann now your race leader, as he's been able to leapfrog Todd Crane and Darren Clement. Those much fresher tires is showing up once again just about halfway through our second round of our green flag runs here tonight from Kentucky Speedway, and this has got a green flag field to it. 17 drivers to the starting grid. We've still got 16 out there on the track, but only 11 remain on the lead lap. The 14 of Lee Campbell sitting in that lucky dog position. Only Toyota Tundra in the field trying to represent Toyota well, having a little bit of a rough go here tonight. Campbell outside of the top 10, 1 lap down. We'll see how the rest of the night goes. Still a very long way to go. A lot of laps remain here tonight from Kentucky Speedway. Race leader Justin Gann get across the line, increase that lead. 1.2 second advantage now for Gann as Nelson trying to work his way through the slower trucks of Darren Clement and Todd Cray. Both fast drivers, but the pit cycles have got them on a little bit of a short stick. Here on lap number 85, Mike Rominger going to look to the bottom of the racetrack. And you know, you gotta kind of tip your cap, right? You see right there, Todd Cray didn't waste time allowing that pass. He knows it's going to happen. You know it's inevitable. He's got, 11 lap fresher tires than me. I might be able to fight him off for a moment, but he's going to get me. Smartly, wisely, moves out the way, allows Rominger to do what he does, lessening the loss for Cray. Although he is losing touch with the tail end of Darren Clement. A 1 lap difference on the tires between these two drivers. So we'll see how big 1 lap truly is. Halfway through tonight's race, or just past the halfway. Well, we're a little bit past the halfway point, not just past anymore. Over 10 laps past the halfway point. There we go. We can math. We promise. For the first time tonight, let's head high in the sky with a turn 3 drone cam. Take a look here. Manning the drone cam for us here tonight. Good buddy of ours, Gibby Richards, going to look for drone camera of the year. We'll see if he gets the job done with a championship shot here tonight. We're going to work our way around the field. Who else can you show us out there? Looks like we're going to cue in now on that 47 of Daniel Krim as he makes his way down into turns 1 and 2. Krim inside of the top 10, a little bit behind the 8-ball, 1.7 second advantage for Lipster up in 8th. Championship contender Daniel Krim struggles here on lap number 90. Field still enduring this long green flag run here tonight. Early caution, lap number 13. We dropped the green flag back on lap number 15, I believe it was. Went back green flag racing, and we have been clean and green ever since. Ooh, maybe not so clean. Okay, we've been green. Let's just leave it at that. And again, we've asked the fans this multiple times over the course of the season, right? We've asked, what would you do for a race win? We're going to ask that question right now. But we're going to ask, what would you be willing to do for a championship? I'm telling you now. If I'm the man in this 25 truck, I might be looking to use that front bumper. I'm going to get mine, one way or another. I ain't walking out of here without the trophy. If it's up to me and it's in my hands at the end, you best believe you better have your boxing gloves on. You better have some good fabricators, because we going to tear some up. I promise you that. I'm coming back with just the wheel and a checkered flag, or I ain't coming back. So now you know what I do. What would you do? What do you think our drivers will do? Clean pass at the front. Willie Nelson going to press the issue with the Reaper number 30 of Justin Gann. Going to give up that spot, head back to second as we continue this long green flag run, knocking on the door of lap 100 here tonight. Great racing action under the lights. These trucks look absolutely amazing. Todd Gray already to pit road for his second stop. Darren Clement making his way off of pit road with his, third stop of the night here tonight from Kentucky Speedway. You know, now I'm really eyeballing things. We've watched Todd Gray and Darren Clement use these short pit strategies. Most of the field was able to go to about lap 74 before coming to pit road. Only lap 64 or so for Gray and Clement. That is a little bit longer of a run at the end of this thing. Right, if the field, they're easily going to make lap 100. But I think Gray and Clement, they may be off on the fuel. They may have needed to stay out for 2 to 3 extra laps. I think they're going to come up quite a bit short. I think they may be eyeballing a second stop at the end of this. We're going to see how it all plays out, how it all goes down as we continue live green flag action right here from Kentucky Speedway. Green flag pit stops right around the corner again. We're going to take ourselves just a brief commercial break, trying to minimize the loss of green flag action. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back after this brief break. And as promised, just a brief sponsor break as we remain green flag here at Kentucky Speedway. The Bluegrass 225 has not disappointed. Long green flag runs. This will be our third green flag pit cycle as the 30th Justin Gann heads to pit road. Daniel Krim also to pit lane. Willie Nelson out front. 3.5 second advantage over Mike Rominger. Jerry Cochran Jr. looking for his first win of the season. Almost a lap down, sitting 21 seconds back. Todd Cray listed as the first driver 1 lap down. Cray has been able to leapfrog Gann by quite a bit, as well as Darren Clements. So coming to pit road 1 lap sooner has gained Cray what could be, what should be, the eventual race lead. The 82 of Jerry Cochran Jr., the bearded number 82 sponsored Chevy Silverado, making his way down into turn number 3, will inherit the race lead if he stays out on the track this time around. It does indeed look like the 82 going to keep it wound up on the racetrack. He'll cross the line this time around. New race leader at the front of this field, Jerry Cochran Jr. goes back to the point. And showing that he's pitting to the field, making their way with a head full of steam up behind him. These are all drivers that are going to fight to get themselves back onto the lead lap. You can see the 14 of Lee Campbell making his way around. The 20 of Dalton Frederick's going to put his all-star 15. And we're trying to look. I thought he was going to be back inside the top 5. Dalton Fredericks with issues here tonight. Nothing going wrong on the pit stop. No pit road penalty. But Fredericks well off pace now as he's deep in the field, back in the 11th position. So we're going to have to go back and get word what happened with Fredericks. So as we have crossed that 100 lap threshold, less than 50 laps remaining here tonight. If you haven't already, show these drivers some love and appreciation. Let them know you enjoy all the racing content, not just tonight, but all season long, here with the Performance Motorsports, powered by Ayers Eye Racing Paints, Admin Box, Butt Kicker, and Swift Motorsports. Show these drivers some love and join us in that push to 4,000 subscribers. Show the drivers the love. Drop that thumbs up, click subscribe, smash the bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here in the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, David the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by, whether you're just sliding through to say hey, or you are one of our dedicated fans, friends, or family, one of our many sponsors across our many different leagues. We appreciate each and every one of you. Without you, there would be no us. So let's continue that push to 4K and show these drivers some love along the way. Looking for some love from his fans in the stands. Justin Gann, fresher tires, already eating up that advantage, and he's going to make short work into the point out of 4. Justin Gann going to reclaim the race lead, crossing the lines, lap 106 on the board. Thirty 34 fastest time on the racetrack so far here tonight. Three-way tie for that fastest lap award. Dalton Fredericks, Justin Gale, Todd Craig. 34s on the stopwatch. And look at the cream rising to the top. You'd see it. 7 out of your top 10 championship contenders. Unfortunate circumstances kept one of our championship competitors away from the track here tonight. Jerry Cochran III, typically behind the wheel of that Grayson Jade photography number 72, has had issues and troubles getting to the track here tonight, so he's gonna miss out on that opportunity. And man, Cochran III has been on fire as of late. Tough circumstances. Hopefully we get to see him here back on the track tomorrow night. That's right, tomorrow night we're back for doubleheader action to finish off the season in the Swift Motorsports Ayers High Racing Paints Cup Series, brought to you by the Swift and Butt Kicker again, right here at Kentucky Speedway. So we're going to say it, we're going to put it out there. A hell of a way to start championship week here with Swift. Long green flag runs under the lights from Kentucky Speedway. Nelson looks to work his way by Todd Cray, 3 wide with the 69 of Larry pulling at the top of the racetrack. The U.S. Army number 69 stays out of the way of the lead lap machines, pulling back, running in 15th. Out front, sizable advantage for your race leader, Justin Gann. Thank you, gentlemen. Right there, showing the way. Clean out front, clean out back again. Looks to capitalize on the clean air. Guys, can we jump around a little? Oh, all right, here we go. We're going to jump around a little bit through the field here. You see the 82, Jerry Cochran Jr., first driver off of the lead lap, sitting back in the 11th position with much fresher tires. Now running into a little bit of problems, trying to make his way by the Rich DPC powered by Nitro Infinite Hero Pits for Paradise number 21 machine of a Todd Gurney, who sits stubbornly in that third position. And I'm telling you, watch for Cray at the end of this thing. We're reevaluating our statement moments ago. I think he's going to be able to come to pit road here at about another 10 laps. And he'll be able to go the distance from there. Not a shadow of a doubt right there. But how much time do you give up on the tail end of the green flag run? Darren Clement slides back to the 4th position. A great run so far here tonight for the Ayers High Racing Paints Baby Blue Reaper 32. Darren Clement sits in 4th, solid inside the top 5. Has led a handful of laps here tonight. Short pit strategy as well for that 32. We'll see if he continues on that same trajectory, or if the crew chiefs decide to switch things up a little bit and maybe try something just slightly different. Rominger going to close in on the tail end, make the pass look easy with much fresher tires. Bottom of the racetrack and to the inside, no problem. The 9 to get to take the position away as Clement going to fall back now into 5th. Carter Casey, next driver in line. The 2 machines sitting a pretty good distance, about 5 seconds back. So Clement may be safe for the time being. 45 of Ben Miller making some moves, some fresh tires for Miller, but he is listed multiple laps down, sitting 3 laps down, back in the 14th position. that's going to pretty much do it for the battles on the racetrack as we head back out front with your race leader, Justin Gann, right here out front, showing the way. Willie Nelson now sitting in second, beginning to reel him in. Second and a half out front, this time across the line, less than a second differential between your top two. Haven't really heard any chatter about the tire wear here tonight. Pretty amazing fact. Most drivers, things start to get a little uncomfortable and they want new tires immediately. Doesn't matter how fast they are. Doesn't matter how big of a lead. You start driving a little higher or harder, higher on the racetrack to try to help the tires. You start driving a little bit harder to try to keep those lap times in line. But knowing you're giving up time, just one of those mental things that really messes with a lot of these drivers. And here you go, closing in on the tail end. This is going to be a battle for the race lead, the eventual race lead, or the actual race lead, we should say. Willie Nelson has been able to reel in Justin Gann multiple times now. This is going to be about the third time we've seen that number 25 reel him in. We talked about him. We told you. The man seems to be peaking at the right time in playoff form. And here he is. 31 laps to go. Less than 100 miles remain in 2 nights. Bluegrass 225 brought to you by Performance Motorsports Top 2, chasing after a championship trophy and chasing after a checkered flag. What looked like maybe a battle for second has turned into an amazing battle for the top spot between our championship contenders. Let's now jump on board. We got that on board camera shot, guys. Can we go back on board? Thank you. Right there with the 25 of Nelson as he closes in on the tail end. Woo. Close racing action right there again, protecting the bottom of the racetrack. But I don't think Nelson I don't think he cares. He's going to squeeze him down just a little bit right here, trying to push that corner exit. Oh, that's close. You want a championship? This is how you gotta get it. Sparks flying, contact between your top two. The gloves, indeed, coming off here with less than 30 laps to go. Business picking up at the front of this field. What looked like at one point in time, Todd Cray just absolutely yarding the field, walking the dog on him. What looked like maybe a runaway here at Kentucky Speedway has turned into a brawl between Titans at the front behind the wheel of their trucks. Chevy versus Ford at the front of this field. Justin Gann gonna okey doke Nelson into staying out an extra lap as Gann hits pit road on lap 25. Gonna be an all-out blitz to the checkered flag here tonight. We're gonna have ourselves just 25 laps to go this next time around. Will Willie Nelson come to pit road, minimize the time lost on track? And down through the gears, the 25 hits pit lane. Michael Lominger at ChevyAccessories.com. Silverado, he's going to head to pit lane as well. Dalton Fredericks in the Twinny Machine. Looks like he may be eyeballing a stop here as well. Final round of green flag pit stops. This is the money stop. You have got to be on it. Final time for the pit crew to shine. Which one's going to get the job done? Todd Gray, very fast pit stop of 14:65 so far. That's going to be the fastest stop between your front runners. No pit road penalties either here tonight. That's a testament to these drivers as well. Not just can they make long green flag runs, but there has not been a single pit road penalty so far here tonight. An amazing job by the pit crews, an amazing job by the drivers, and these strategists. Man, they've given us something to talk about. The All-Star 15 TV, number 47, piloted by Daniel Krim, going to look for pit road this time around, and that's going to give the race lead back to Todd Gray with fresh tires right behind him, but only 4-lap fresher tires this time. Going to be a much bigger, better, heated battle for the top spot. Gray going to move up the track just a little bit here. That's going to open the door wide open for Dan. He's going to send it. Well, that may be a mini send, right? I mean, he floated it off in there. You got to float that thing. If you know, you know. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you. I got nothing for you. I got nothing for you. Todd Gray unable to keep Gan at bay. Willie Nelson sitting 1.6 seconds back. We've seen this 25 run the 30 down. He's been the only driver in the field able to reel that fast. Reaper number 30 of the Virginia Beach native back in. Is there enough laps? We're going to have 21 to go across the line. Less than 50 miles of racing action remain laid out in front of these Performance Motorsports Truck Series drivers. And as we've got the end of the race upon us, we're going to jump back to a battle. We got a little bit of a Hornets nest going on here. Handful of drivers. Carter Casey right here with Jarrett Lipster. The Havoline number 99 looking for positions there. You can see Dalton Fredericks trying to make them some ground. A little bit further inside of the top 10 now. Fredericks moves to 8th. Still eyeballing to look to the inside. His Lipster unable to make the job work this latest time around. Just a rough go here tonight, really, for these two championship competitors who have been class of the field or class of the season. Is it class of the field? Can you help me here? No, I'm not gonna. See what I deal with, folks. Anyways, Casey, one of the fast drivers all season long, unable to really get dialed in here tonight. Qualified in 10th, has gained 4 positions here tonight, now running in the 6th position. Just something hasn't clicked, whether it's the setup or the transition from day into night. Carter Casey with a little bit of a struggle here in the hard work. Doesn't look like it's going to pan out into championship hardware for him. Neither will it work out for Dalton Fredericks, barring any crazy catastrophes towards the end of tonight's race. Both of these championship drivers just off. And when I say they're off, I mean you can be off a tenth. But in the course of what are we looking at now? Over 120 laps of green flag action. You do the math. Nelson finally able to do away with Todd Gray. Front stretch, he's going to make the move to the inside, grab the spot by turn number 1. We're going to keep our eye right here on Nelson as he looks to close in. Oh, Justin Gann 1.5 seconds out front, unable to really reel him in so far this green flag run. 6 laps down. 6 laps down from the green flag pit stop, and Nelson unable to reel in or make up any ground as Gann enjoys a nice ride at the front. Rominger and Darren Clement went at it for just a handful of laps, but coming to the faster tires, the fresher tires, the 9 of Mike Rominger will take that 4th position. Almost contact there with Larry Bowling. Rominger gonna have to tiptoe through the tulips down on the bottom of the racetrack after angering the tires just a little bit with a slide out of 2. Back across start-finish line, 14 laps remain. Here tonight for the Performance Motorsports Truck Series Season number 8. It's championship night, live here from Kentucky Speedway, the Bluegrass 225, and it has not disappointed. A lot of great racing action, field strung out right here at the end, but Willie Nelson is closing in. He has closed in almost a half a second over the course of the past 3 laps. So getting that clean air on the nose of this America's Gun Shop's number 25 machine has been key. Can he run Gann down and claim the crown here tonight and walk away with your season championship? We gotta find out in just a handful of laps. 12 laps remain now. Back across the stripe, lap 137 on the board. Don Fredericks beginning to make some more moves. He's gonna grab a spot away from Carter Casey and take the 6th position. Double O of Nick Hunt gonna head to pit road for an extended stay. The John Deere machine with a rough going here tonight. Hunt gonna fall back into the 15th position. We'll see how long he remains on the pit road. The Havoline number 99 of Jared Limpster to pit lane. This time around, Limpster a little bit off on the strategy as we've got 10 to go this time by. Can you feel it? It's out there. I'm watching it brew right now. There's a storm a-coming, and it's in the form of a Chevy Silverado. Willie Nelson down to just a half a second deficit. Giving it all he's got. Championship on the line. Plain and simple. Less than 10 laps to go. It is for everything. It is for the race win. It is for the season championship. We are going to battle it out in these final few laps. Heavyweight championship contenders ready to brawl for it all at the front of this field. Justin Gann now just a 0.2 of a second advantage across the line, and just like that, to the inside, Nelson gonna have a look, force Gann to guard it. What do you do though if you're Gann? You've watched Nelson make a pass on the high side. Do you give up that inside lane? Similar lines into 3 and 4, staying in the tire tracks for the majority of the part. is Nelson. And less than 15 miles of racing action remain here. Close quarters racing the 25, edging the nose to the outside, looking for the pass on the high lane. We're going to drag race to 3 and 4 this time around. Battle for the race lead. Final few laps. Can going to send it through 3 and 4. Keep that Reaper machine out front. Wash up the racetrack just a little bit, but momentum will persevere on the high side. Half a truck length advantage. Nelson to the point. Ooh, close there for Gann as he drifts up the track almost into that left rear quarter, and there it is. Pass for the race lead. It is officially done. The Willie Nelson out front. Man, just when we said it. 5-finger wave, the high five for the field. Just 5 laps remain here tonight from Kentucky Speedway. We watched it. We watched him struggle to reel him in. We questioned, was there enough time? We questioned, could he reel him in? Could he make the pass? You know, it's one thing to get there. It's another to get it done when you get there. He's done it a handful of times here tonight, and he's done it when it mattered. 6 laps remaining when Nelson claimed the top spot securely in his hands. Now he starts to walk away. 0.3 of a second advantage halfway down the backstretch. 3 laps to go when we cross the line. This time, Bob. Could lap traffic come into play? The 45 is not one to give way. Could the battle with the lap truck have implications on the race finish? Justin Gann just struggling now at the top of the speedway. Gann with late run struggles again. 3rd time we've seen Nelson reel him in and make the pass and walk away across the line. This time around, sickle sticks on display. Only 2 to go. 3 miles of racing action remaining here in season number 8 for the Performance Motorsports Truck Series. What an event, what a night. We're gonna do it again tomorrow night in the Airs iRacing Paints Cup Series. Grab your popcorn, get ready for a show once again tomorrow night, but off of turn number 4 across the stripe. White flag flies. Final lap for the man out front of the field. Championship competitor, race leader, looking for win number 3 on the year this season. Looking again. That nickel into pit road. With a checkered flag, he'll fly off a 4 for the final time. Checkered flag waves on season number 8, and your race winner, your championship winner, behind the wheel of a fast Silverado. Man, I'm telling you, they gonna be partying. If you know, you know. If you don't, you fix it to find out. Walking away with the race win, checkered flag in hand. And championship trophy gonna go home with him as well. He gonna walk it out to the end and give the fans in the stands one final smoke show here this season. What a year. What a run. And Willie Nelson has got the job done here tonight. And as he enjoys a well-deserved celebration, we're going to get things set up and ready to go for your post-race interviews. My gosh, what a race. What a finish. Nelson captures the flag and the championship. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. And back trackside at the conclusion of tonight's championship action, the Bluegrass 225 did not disappoint. Long green flag runs here tonight with a battle at the end to determine your season champion. We're going to dive right into things, right into our post-race interviews. Let's see if we can first dial up one of your championship contenders. A little bit short here tonight, but still a great run and a great way to finish off this season. Let's see if we can't dial up and have a few words with the man behind the wheel of that number 9 machine. Mike, it's Dave. You got us?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, a heck of a year, first and foremost. Congratulations on making it here tonight with a chance for that championship trophy. A great run for you up. Well, actually, you qualified third, so you finished right where you started. So, is there anything you could have done here tonight differently? Maybe with the strategy, maybe some tire strategy. Do you think you could have done anything different?
Yeah, I think I just should have ran one lap further on tires on one run, and I think that's what Willie done, and that's what got him the win. He got out in front of me and just set sail, and he was gone. He deserves this.
Well, man, a little bit of, I'm gonna call it a quiet season, right? You weren't a big noisemaker throughout the course of the season, just solid, steady, consistent finishes. This is gonna be your eighth top 10, your fourth top five on the year. Um, so I'm not meaning to sound sideways when I say this, but when do you think we're gonna see this number 9 machine in victory lane?
I think you'll see it next season. I was just a little off this season, being back racing here in this series, and yeah, I'm gonna shoot for 4 or 5 wins next year or next season.
Well, we're gonna hold you to it. I just wrote it down next to your name. I'm not kidding. I can show you on Instagram. I'll send you a picture or something. I promise you. I got a notebook with it right here, and it's you got 4 or 5 next to your name. So we're gonna see if that holds true. But Mike, again, a hell of a season for you. A great way to cap it off here tonight with a podium finish. Yes, I know we'd like to see you up there a little bit further and maybe talking to you last, but nonetheless, a fantastic way to finish off the season with another great run. So before we let you go, would you like to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous, maybe thank anybody back home or at the shop?
Yeah, I'd like to thank all you guys for putting up the races, broadcasting the races. All the admins, the people that run the league, and teammates, all the drivers in this series are very respectful. You know, uh, every once in a while you get into somebody and you say sorry. It's all good. They take it. They're professional, and it's really fun to run over here. And and congratulations to Willie on the win and potentially the championship.
Well, man, again, Mike, it's been a heck of a year to watch you out there on the track. Congratulations walking away with the podium here tonight. But until next time, my friend, as always, stay safe and, of course, keep it fast.
Thank you.
All right, there you go. Final few words from the man that walked away third here tonight. Mike Rominger will finish tonight's race on the podium, but behind a handful of fast championship competitors. We're going to move right along the list to the man that had the chance, he had the opportunity, and he had the race lead at the end, just unable to get it done. Let's see if we can dial up our good buddy behind the wheel of that number 30 Reaper machine. Justin, what happened, man?
Oh, I was giving her all she had. I just fell a little short there. I think at the end strategy got me. Trying to short pit. Um, I mean, there were so many different strategies out there. There was no telling who was going to win, and for a little bit there, I saw hope, and then about I think it was 10 laps to go. I knew my number was up.
Well, man, a heck of a season for you. You had some great finishes. You walked away in victory lane one time here tonight. It took a race win to capture the season championship. Do you looking back, and I know the strategies were a little bit all over the place. If there was one stop that you could change, which stop would it have been?
Yeah, I don't even know if it would be a stop. I think it would be to learn the line a little bit better. I think my shortfall was in 3 and 4. Towards the end of the race, I started figuring out a little bit better, but at the start there, I was running the wrong line in 3 and 4, and I think if I would have maintained the line I was running later in the run, then I would have been able to gain enough time to have a better chance for the win. So I think I would chalk that up to not being able to really put the time on the track.
Well, Justin, it's been a hell of a year for you. A great run, capping it off, leading a ton of laps here tonight, just coming up just a little bit short. So looking forward to next season. What's the plans?
Yeah, I mean we're still definitely gonna be running 2 series over here, um, possibly a third, but we have discussions to we have stuff to discuss. Um, it's definitely a group decision. Everything that we do over here, with all the admins, but we're definitely looking at bringing the trucks back. We'll have to see where we land on another series for Tuesdays as far as the car goes. Um, but yeah, I really want to. I want to go ahead and let everybody know we'll probably have about a 4 week recruitment period. So anybody that's looking to join up in the series will have 4 weeks, possibly five, depending on how holidays fall, and then we'll get back to it. So
Well, man, again, it's been a hell of a year. You know the drill, so we're going to step back. The mic is yours.
yeah, gotta give a shout out to Reaper. Um, Ayers iRacing Paints. I want to thank everybody over here behind the scenes at Swift Motorsports, Don and Andy for adminning all the races for us, all the drivers for putting on a good show, everybody that watches our races. We appreciate that as well. Um, Thank you guys for broadcasting up here, over here at Turn 3. Hopefully, we see you back next season. I believe that's the plan if everything works out for you. And then uh, just everybody over there at Assassin Motorsports for getting me in the position that I was in tonight for possibly win.
Well, again, Justin, hell of a season, hell of a year. Always a pleasure to catch up with you when we have the opportunities. Maybe when we talk again, you'll be one step up on the podium. We'll see if you can't chase after another championship. But again, an amazing run, an amazing night here for you tonight in the Bluegrass 225 to finish off the season. So, with that being said, as always, stay safe and, of course, keep it fast.
Alrighty, thanks, Dave.
All right, there you go. Final words from the man that almost got it done, but almost doesn't count when it comes to racing. Walking away second here tonight behind the fast Reaper number 30 machine, Justin Gann will finish back in second. That's going to move us into victory lane. We're going to pick them up for the third time this season, but the most important win coming at the end. Willie, how good does it feel to capture the flag and walk away with the championship at the same time?
Dude, this is pretty cool. I'm pretty stoked about it. Man, I don't get myself involved in too many leagues, but apparently if it's a truck, I guess I'm 2 for 2 now, so that's pretty sick. That's a pretty sick stat. I'm gonna roll with that. I don't mean to pop it off with that, but I'm pretty happy about that right now. Like championship. I don't know. Maybe I come back and try it again.
Well, I think you may have popped yourself off of a few truck league lists right there with that one, bud. No, I'm just kidding. Just jokes. Just jokes.
Right?
Just
Yeah.
jokes. Man, an amazing season, right? You started peaking kind of towards the later end of the season. I mean, a solid 7 top 10s, 4 top 5s coming into tonight's race. You're going to add to the total, of course, add to the total of race wins as well, picking up your third. But what was that part of the plan to kind of peak more late in the season to be there when it mattered here tonight at Kentucky?
Uh, I mean, yeah, the plan was to actually just enter every race and go for wins and see what we can get. So, I mean, the beginning of the season had a slow start to it. I mean, there's some missed races and a couple of racing incidents that I got myself involved into. But once I figured it out and everything and settled in and really found like who to race and how to race them, it kind of made it a lot easier and it built up to this chase and this playoff format and thankfully, I walk away with the championship and a dub.
Well, man, you hit it with the walk-off home run here tonight. Congratulations on win number 3. Before we let you spray the champagne and have a few drinks here tonight in celebration, would you like to give any final shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the race shop?
Well, first of all, you already know when I start pounding drinks, it's gonna be that brown sugar bourbon. All right. Yeah. So big shout out to brown sugar bourbon right there. But no, I just gotta thank all my sponsors. America's Gunsmith Shop, 5 Star Race Car Bodies, Wagner Automotive Research, uh, Climate Custom Climate Control, CDI Concrete Development, Platinum Terrain, JK Macco Tools, Heart of Gold Charity, Walk to End Alzheimer's, and loving memory of my grandma out there. And Rockford's Last Lap Season out there in Illinois. They're great quarter-mile track that unfortunately is closing down at the end of this year, or did close down at the end of this year. So I don't know. Hopefully, some guy with some money can get in there and buy that place up and keep it going. Um, Big shout out to Ben Miller, my buddy Cody, and Jarrett Lipster sticking through me this whole season. And yeah, another shout out to Brown Sugar Bourbon because I'm gonna pound them back tonight.
Oh, well, you're going to get a lot of sponsorship opportunity to make sure you hold the bottle with the label facing the right way. It could be upside down. That means it's going into the right place.
Yeah, right. Gonna start partying now.
All right. Well, Willie, again, congratulations on capturing the flag here tonight. Congratulations on the season championship. We'll see how things go next season for you. But until then, enjoy this one. Soak it all in. Stay safe. And, of course, keep it fast.
Thank you, sir.
All right. There you have it. Final few words for the man that's going to be partying back there in the RV line. We're going to head to get ourselves some brown sugar bourbon as well, so the producers better hurry things up because we got some partying to do. My buddy, Willie Nelson, and you got the bourbon, I'll bring the Willie. It never, you know what, that, never mind. Can we, you know what, we're just going to stop. I'm going to start digging a hole, and it's going to be bad. No hole was big enough for Willie Nelson to not climb out of. He reeled the field in on multiple occasions here tonight, walks away and captures the checkered flag. In doing so, snatches the Season 8 championship, and that is all she wrote for the Performance Motorsports Truck Series here in season number 8. So as for the final time, producers, hit those buttons in the background. We'll run down your unofficial race results right here from Kentucky Speedway Championship night. Willie Nelson tops them all and sits in victory lane. Justin Gann going to bring that Reaper number 30 home in second with the ChevyAccessories.com number 9 of Mike Rominger finishes his season in third tonight. Darren Clement back in the fourth position with Dalton Fredericks. Rounding out the top 5 in his All-Star 15 TV number 20. The 2 of Carter Casey going to slide home in 6th with Todd Cray, early dominator, finishing in 7th. Elsie Daly going to pilot the Reese Cup number 6, home to an 8th place showing. 9th from the track here tonight, Jerry Cochran Jr. with Daniel Krim finishing out your top 10. Lee Campbell, Ben Miller back in 12th, Larry Poling and Jared Lipster 14th. Nick Hunt, Gary May finish out the 16 truck field. Big shout out and tip of the cap to your race control and admins here in each and every week with the Performance Motorsports Truck Series. Big shout out to Andy Starcher and Don Kidder. Without you, the unsung heroes of the series, we couldn't get the job done. Thank you, gentlemen, for all you do. We're going to send some bourbon over your way as well. And that's pretty much going to do it. We're going to roll up the cords and cut off the lights for the rest of the night before we get set for tomorrow night's green flag action right here, once again at Kentucky Speedway with the Swift Motorsports Airs iRacing Paints Cup Series. What a night. What a run. If you haven't already, let's get the job done. Join us in that push to 4,000 subscribers. Show these drivers some love and drop that thumbs up. Click subscribe. Smash the bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Dave of the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we appreciate each and every one of you. Each and every time you stop by, stay safe, stay loved, my friends. And until next time, we'll meet you in Turn 3.